Why do you weep so violently when you are locked inside your room? Yet the moment you turn the door handle to leave, you immediately secure that heavy porcelain mask that says, "I am fine." Who are you trying to fool? You believe you are hiding your weakness to survive. You believe that if you just work harder, smile brighter, and carry more weight, the heaviness in your chest will disappear. But it doesn't. In truth, you are feeding a monster. You are nurturing a silent storm beneath your ribcage. Carl Jung once presented us with a terrifying paradox. He asked, "What is more frightening, a shadow that covers the whole world, or the shadow that is growing inside your own house, which you refuse to look at?" We spend our lives running away from the ugly parts of ourselves. We run from our jealousy. We run from our simmering rage. We run from our paralyzing loneliness. We shove them down into the basement of the unconscious. But here is the twist of fate. The very place you are most afraid to look is the only place where your true power resides. You did not arrive here by accident. The algorithm didn't bring you. Your exhaustion did. Your shadow, that rejected, abandoned part of your soul, is tired of being ignored. It is banging on the walls of your mind. It wants to speak. So, I ask you, are you finally ready to listen? In ancient traditions and the depth psychology of Jung, the raven is not an omen of death. That is a superstition for those who sleep. For the seeker, the raven is the psychopomp, the guide of souls. It is the creature brave enough to fly between the world of the living, your conscious mind, and the world of spirits, your unconscious depths. The raven eats the decay to make space for new life. It sees what you refuse to see. Today, we are going to perform a small act of alchemy. We will turn your leaden pain into golden insight. Quiet the noise of your logical brain. Logic has been lying to you to keep you safe. But we do not want safety right now. We want truth. Take a deep breath. Inhale the silence and exhale the pretense. Observe these four messengers. Do not analyze their feathers or their anatomy. Feel their posture. Feel their energy. Raven number 1, the silent watcher. Standing tall, turning its back, staring into the void. Stoic. Unshakable. Raven number 2, the protector. Hunkered down low to the earth. Our wings heavy, guarding something unseen beneath its chest. Raven number 3, the screaming rebel. Head thrown back, beak wide open, releasing a soundless cry to the heavens. Raven number 4, the hiding mystic. Barely visible, peeking out from the edge of the darkness with one cautious eye. Which one of these shadows feels like your shadow? Which posture mirrors the way your soul feels when no one is watching? Do not second guess it. The first one that made your stomach tighten. That is the one. Before we descend into the meaning, claim your choice. It is a psychological commitment. Scroll down to the comments right now and write your number. By writing it down, you signal to your unconscious mind, I am present. I am listening. Lock it in. Are you ready? Let us walk into the dark. If the silent watcher called to you, you are the stoic guardian. To the outside world, you are the mountain that never moves. You are likely the person everyone calls when their life is falling apart. Why? Because you possess this supernatural ability to remain calm when the sky is collapsing. You are the anchor in your family, your friend group, or your workplace. People admire your strength. They say, I don't know how you handle it all. They think you are made of steel, but I know the truth. You aren't made of steel. You are made of scar tissue that has hardened over time. Your silence is not peace. It is a dam. You have built a fortress so high and so thick that you have forgotten how to lower the drawbridge. You have internalized a belief that empathy means endurance. You think that if you show a single crack, if you shed a single tear in front of others, the floodwaters will burst through and destroy everyone you love. You are the lonely king or queen on a winter throne. You are freezing to death while holding the fire for everyone else. Your intuition is currently blocked by hyper-control. You chose the bird that looks away, scanning the horizon, because you are constantly hyper-vigilant. You are always predicting the next disaster. You are always calculating the next move to ensure safety. Your intuition is actually trying to tell you, rest, let go. But you cannot hear it, because your logical mind screams, if I rest, everything falls apart. You have confused controlling the outcome with being safe. Ask yourself this: if I were to collapse today, who would catch me? If the answer scares you because you think no one, that is exactly why you need to let go. You have trained people to believe you don't need catching. My dear Stoic, your strength is beautiful, but it does not have to be a life sentence. The mightiest structures on Earth, the skyscrapers, the bridges, are built to sway in the wind. If they were perfectly rigid, they would snap. You are snapping inside. Your healing lies in the micro-surrender. You do not have to quit your job or abandon your family. Just find one safe place, one safe person, or even just a journal, and let the armor drop for 5 minutes. The world will not end if you put the weight down. In fact, that is the only way the world will ever get to meet the real you. If your soul gravitated toward the raven crouching low to the earth, you are the devoted healer. You are the embodiment of the Mother Earth archetype. You possess a heart that bleeds gold. You are the one who senses what someone needs before they even ask for it. You fill the cups of strangers while your own cup is filled with dust. There is a tragic beauty in your exhaustion. You burn yourself like a candle, melting your own body and spirit just to provide a few hours of light for someone else's darkness. You are the glue holding broken people together. But let's look at the shadow beneath those wings. Why do you give so much? Is it purely out of abundance? Or is it because deep down there is a terrified child who believes that love is a transaction? As you are crouching low because you're carrying the weight of responsibilities that are not yours. You are trying to save people who do not want to be saved. You are trying to fix situations that are destined to break. Your intuition is blocked by enmeshment and fear of abandonment. You cannot hear your own inner voice because your frequency is constantly tuned to the needs of others. You have become a chameleon of care. Your shadow believes, if I am not useful, I am not lovable. You fear that if you stopped serving, stopped fixing, and stopped worrying, people would simply walk away. And that thought paralyzes you. I want you to sit with this uncomfortable question. Who am I when I am of no use to anyone? If you strip away the helping, the giving, the working, is the person left behind worthy of love? The answer is yes. But you don't believe it yet. It is time to fold your wings back in. Self-sacrifice is not a virtue when it is essentially slow-motion suicide. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and right now, you are scraping the bottom of the barrel. Your healing lies in the word no. Saying no is a complete sentence. Saying no is a holy act. When you start setting boundaries, some people will be angry. Let them be angry. Those are the people who were only there for what you could give them. Keep your warmth for yourself for a while. You are the treasure that needs protecting. If the primal cry of the screaming raven called to you, you are the warrior of truth. I can feel the heat radiating off your spirit from here. It is intense, electric, and overwhelming. Throughout your life, society has likely tried to shrink you. They have labeled you as difficult, too intense, hostile, or impossible to please. They tell you to lower your voice, to calm down, to just let it go. But I see you. I see what they refuse to see. Your anger is not malice. It is love in a fever state. It is a form of aggressive hope. You scream not because you want to destroy, but because you care too much in a world that cares too little. You possess a profound, almost painful sense of justice. You are the one who walks into a room and instantly detects the hypocrisy, the lies hidden in family dynamics, and the unfairness embedded in the system. It sets your blood on fire. You are the black sheep, only because you were the only one brave enough to stop pretending that the house wasn't burning down while everyone else sat calmly at the dinner table. But being the whistleblower, the cycle breaker, has cost you everything. I can see the exhaustion in your eyes. You are tired of fighting battles alone. You are tired of being the villain in everyone else's story just because you spoke the truth. Your scream has become soundless because you feel that no matter how loud you get, you are fundamentally misunderstood. You have been gaslit so many times, told that your reality isn't real, that you have started to wonder late at night if perhaps you are the crazy one. Your intuition is razor sharp, but right now, it is blocked by a wall of chronic defensiveness. You chose the bird with the open beak because your nervous system is stuck in a permanent state of fight or flight. You are walking through life with your fists raised, waiting for the next attack, the next criticism, the next betrayal. When you are constantly scanning for threats to defend your reality, you cannot hear the quiet, nurturing whispers of your inner guidance. You are reacting, not creating. That fire inside is consuming your own organs instead of fueling your destiny. Here is the shadow question you must face. Are you fighting the enemy in front of you, or are you fighting a ghost from your past? Are you really yelling at your incompetent boss? Or are you finally yelling at a parent who didn't listen to you 20 years ago? Are you fighting the world's tea, or are you fighting the helpless child you used to be? Put down the sword, warrior. You are safe now. The war is over. You do not need to scream to prove you exist. The truth is the truth, whether others acknowledge it or not. You don't need their permission to be right. Your healing lies in softening. This does not mean becoming weak. Think of water. Water is softer than rock, yet over time, water cuts through rock and reshapes canyons. That is true power. It is time to alchemize this rage. Do not suppress it. Transmute it. Take that nuclear energy of anger and channel it into creation, not destruction. Write the book that exposes the truth. Paint the picture that screams for you. Build the business that changes the system. Let your scream become a song that heals the world rather than a noise that hurts your throat. You are allowed to be happy, even in a world that is flawed. If you chose the raven hiding in the shadows, you are the lost mystic. You are a creature of the deep. You likely feel like an alien who was dropped onto the wrong planet, and you have been waiting for the mothership to take you home ever since. You possess a nervous system that is wired differently. You are an empath in the truest sense. You feel the energy of a room the moment you walk in. You feel the sadness of a stranger on the bus. Loud noises, bright lights, and shallow small talk drain the life force out of you. You hide not because you are a coward, but because you are precious. You are protecting a magic that the modern world tries to crush. You are a dreamer, a visionary, a poet lost in a world of spreadsheets. But because you don't fit the mold, you have internalized a deep shame. You think your sensitivity is a defect. Your intuition is the strongest of all four groups, but it is blocked by self-doubt and dissociation. You chose the hiding bird because you are afraid to take up space. You constantly invalidate your own insights. You think, I'm just being overly sensitive, or I'm imagining things. No, you aren't. You see the invisible, but because no one else sees it, you stop trusting your own eyes. You retreat into fantasy, into books, into games, or into sleep to avoid the harshness of reality. Ask yourself, what masterpiece would I create if I wasn't afraid of being seen as weird? Your fear of being judged is the only cork stopping your magic from flowing. It is time to step out of the cave. The world is dark right now, and it is desperate for your kind of light. It needs your weirdness. It needs your sensitivity. It needs your vision. Your healing lies in grounding. You spend so much time in your head, the ether. You need to connect with the earth, plant your feet, speak your truth, even if your voice shakes. You don't need to shout like the rebel. You just need to whisper your truth, and the right people, your tribe, will lean in to listen. You are not an alien. You are the future. Take a deep, slow breath. Hold it for a moment, and release. Can you feel that subtle shifting inside your chest? That specific heaviness leaving your shoulders? That is the profound sensation of the shadow finally being seen. For years, these parts of you have been banging on the door of your consciousness, begging for acknowledgement. Today, you finally open the door. Whether you identified as the stoic who has forgotten how to cry, the healer who is desperate to rest, the rebel who is searching for peace, or the mystic who simply needs to be seen without judgment, I want you to understand one fundamental truth. Your shadow is not a villain. It is not a defect. It is simply a wounded child wearing a scary costume. These behaviors, the icy silence, the compulsive overgiving, the raging scream, or the retreating into darkness, were not born out of malice. They were born out of survival. They are the brilliant, desperate strategies your younger self created to protect you when the adults in your life failed to do so. Your shadow acted as your bodyguard when you were too small to defend yourself. So, do not fight it. Do not hate it. Instead, I want you to bow to it. Thank your shadow. Close your eyes and mentally say to it, "Thank you. Thank you for keeping me safe in the chaos. You did a good job. But I am the adult now. I can take it from here." Feel the weight transfer from that tired inner child to your capable adult self. Integration is a slow biological process. It does not happen in an instant. You might feel tired or emotional after this. That is normal. It is the emotional hangover of truth. Be gentle with yourself tonight. Drink plenty of water to help your nervous system metabolize this energy. And pay close attention to your dreams tonight. The raven is a messenger that often visits us in sleep once we have accepted its invitation. If this message found its way through your armor and touched your heart, I invite you to leave a mark in this digital sanctuary. Leave a symbol in the comments, a blackbird, a feather, or simply the affirmation, "I accept my shadow." See this not as a YouTube comment, but as a signal to the universe that you are ready to be whole. Subscribe to this channel if you wish to continue traveling deeper into the mysteries of the mind. We are building a sanctuary for the deep feelers here, and you are always welcome by the fire. Good night, brave souls, and may you find